Rogers, and I'm here with Elizabeth Ruiz, an artist in residence and ceramics instructor here at the Corona Heritage Park. So, Elizabeth, what was your inspiration to learn pottery?
I was already in business for several years, and we found that we really had a need in the community. A lot of people wanted to learn the pottery wheel, but I didn't have enough knowledge in the wheel. So I really wanted to bring that to my business and offer that as an opportunity for others.
How long have you been teaching pottery and ceramics here at the park?
Here at the park, a little over a year, about 14 months.
I understand that your main business, the ceramic cupboard, is over in Norco. Do you teach your classes the same as you do there, or is it different?
It's all the same. We start everybody the same as we were over there. Over in Norco, I was teaching it for a good 8 years, 10 years maybe. But the setup is very different. Over here it's a lot easier. We can get dirty and have fun and splatter the floor. And at the other studio, it needs to be a lot cleaner because we deal a lot more with different mediums and so forth. And so it's just very different in that way, but the technique is the same.
What's it like being able to teach such an earthy hobby in an 80-year-old barn?
I love it because we can pop the windows open. It's very historical. The nature is right outside. Everybody loves to open up the windows, and we hear the birds, and little hummingbirds have come in. Bunny rabbits will come up right to the edge of the doorway. He comes in every now and then, kind of hops around, and he leaves. We love it. We love it because we feel like we're right there with nature.
What is the average age of most of your students? Are they kids or a mix of adults?
Both. We start them at about 10 years old, and then our eldest customer over the years has been in her 70s, maybe. I think she was roughly, mid-70s. But we start them, I've taught them as young as 4 years old. That was a little young.
If I wanted to learn about pottery, what were some of the basics that you would teach me?
We start with bowls, and then you can go from there. We do coffee cups, plates, teapots, platters, planters, anything that you can possibly think of, almost any shape you can create from a piece of clay. It's really, really cool. Even square, it doesn't have to be round, but we start you with rounded objects first. Little, you'd make a little bowl at first, and then gradually get bigger and bigger.
Have some of your students ever surprised you and come up with something totally unique?
Sometimes you have a plan, and it doesn't always work out that way. But the great thing about our students, the ones that we currently have, they actually love it because they'll come out with something totally opposite of what they had planned. That's why they love ceramics, because it doesn't have to be what you intended. You can change and modify. So what you think was going to be a coffee cup might end up being a candlestick or a goblet. And it was like, well, I was going to make a plate, but this is what I created instead. And sometimes you just have to go with it and modify, and you have to be flexible. That's what's great about clay, working with clay.
If someone wanted to start pottery, what would be some advice that you would give them?
Don't be so scared and rigid, because if you flop it, it doesn't matter. You could recycle the clay. You take it and we just crumple it all up. We make a new ball eventually, we recycle it, and you create something different with it. So there's no need to worry that you're going to mess up, because it can be modified, or like I said, just recycle it and you make something new. You have to go with it, and you just have to be flexible. Just be flexible.
Is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, it's a lot of fun. Clay comes from the earth. People have been using clay and pottery for thousands of years, and you can actually heat it up and it'll turn into a piece of ceramic and a piece of art with pottery. So it's a lot of fun. In the beginning, it takes a little time to get used to. It can be a little intimidating because it's not easy, but it's a heck of a lot of fun if you give it some time.
Well, I'll certainly have to sign up for a class. Thank you so much for spending your time talking about this.
You're very welcome.
I'm Daria Rogers, and I'll see you again soon, and I love Corona.